Yo, yo. Yo, yo. What's poppin'? Just getting my little drink ready. I want like a cool starting soon screen now, because like I think it's cool to have like the microphone on whilst I'm just sorting my shit out, you know? Where I'm just doing my shit, doing my little G Fuel, chatting to the real ones that turn up first. I want a cool little starting stream. I reckon might, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic recently. It's like fucking one thing after another this fucking stream. Ever since I wiped my computer, I've been having issues, ironically. Well, just before I wiped my computer, I've been having issues. That's why I wiped it. But then ever since, I've been having more issues. But yeah, I want like a little... Maybe there's any artists in chat that want to make like a little animated waiting street screen. That'd be cool. And like a little cool one. Something to think about. Something to think about. Fucking G Fuel everywhere now. Right. Let's find a song and then we'll start, shall we? Let's find a song and we'll do the old starting soon. I think it's gonna be. I can do a slide PowerPoint on transition. Nice. Love that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and MBs, welcome back to Hellstorm Wargaming and welcome to this live stream. Hello. How are we doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Mikey, and we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of Warhammer stuff. There's a little bit of a Sahara desert in terms of new releases, tournaments, etc. now for the next few weeks. Because obviously it's coming up to Christmas. We're just like, with literally 10 days today. Have you finished your Christmas shopping? Because I haven't. But I've got some interesting stuff to talk about. Some good, some bad, I won't lie. I'm afraid it's not all of it. It's all sunshine and rainbows, as you could normally expect. But I thought we could bring it up. We can chat about it. So let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and what's new with you, my friends. What's new with you? Why did you have a nice weekend? If you want to know what I did, I was very ill. I was extremely ill. Yesterday, I don't know if I caught the super flu that's going around the UK, but I was feeling pretty poo. So the day I was supposed to be working on my Japan video, I ended up just not doing anything. And then Saturday, I was playing Gundam. And then I went to see my grandma because it was her birthday. And then I got ill, so which is great. So I probably got either grandma flu or Gundam flu, or I was just really tired from Friday because we streamed the Game Awards until 6 AM. I think it was when I got to bed. I can't remember what time I uploaded my video, but I think it was around 6 AM in the morning. That's what 6 AM means. But it was around 6 in the morning when I finally got to bed because the Game Awards were until 4:30 in the morning, and then I stayed up and made a video, and then I went to bed. So I was super sleepy Friday, and then I've been feeling pretty poo ever since. But feeling good today. I managed to get most of the video recorded and all ready to go. So hopefully I'll have a Japan video either tomorrow or Wednesday. Fingers crossed. But it should be good. But yeah, let me know what you guys been up to. What's going on? No artist, but I can work. I have work access to ChatGPT. Yikes, because not again. Still gonna train. Platform love Northern Rail. That's annoying. Riley. Yeah, Northern Rail's awful. Gitface, hello mate. How are we doing? Hungry Bert, hello to you. I got a copy of my personal Holy Grail, Codex Eye of Terror. That's when I started playing when that shit came out. Well, I don't know. With Codex Eye of Terror came out in 3rd edition. I started playing 4th edition. So it was still around when I started playing. 4 Horses of Dragon Quest. That's true. 4 Hours of Dragon. I thought you said 4 Horses of Dragon Quest. I was like, is this like Apocalypse reference? 4 Hours of Dragon Quest. Beast. That's what I say. I haven't played Dragon Quest. I've actually started playing Metroid Prime, the first one, because I I want to play the 4th one. I haven't played the first one since it was on the GameCube. So I'm playing Metroid Prime Remastered. And then I'm going to catch up to 2 and 3. And I'm going to skip straight to 4. That's the plan. I'm away Christmas pie and got really drunk, as is tradition, in Edinburgh. Nice, Stuart. Hope you had a good time. I started getting old. Can't pull all nights after you hit about 16. Yeah, I pulled it all night a few weeks ago, but I was traveling, so it's a bit different. But I felt like I got like 4 hours sleep and then just felt really rough all day, so I just played video games. I won't lie. Alhain, how we doing? It was 2003. When did 4th edition launch? I think I got into the Warhammer in 2005. I want to say 2005, 2006. When did 40k Apocalypse launch? 40k Apocalypse White Dwarf. The White Dwarf that had Apocalypse on it, the very first one with the big stomper on the front, was this one. Number 351 was the very first White Dwarf I ever got. Was the very first... Oh, no, it was this one, sorry. Yeah, it was this one. 334. Because my friends... Well, I don't like him, so I would say my male donor who created me... well, actually, quite late. He used to work on buses. He used to drive a bus, and there was someone else who drove a bus who worked at Games Workshop at the same time, or like he kind of like worked at Games Workshop then didn't work at Games Workshop. He was driving a bus, then he was working at Games Workshop, and anyway, long story short, but a friend of my father gave him this magazine when he heard I was into Warhammer, and this is like 3 weeks when I got into it. So October 2007 is when I got into Warhammer. Damn. I don't have that copy either. I don't have it anymore. So it's similar. It was out at the time. That's what I'm saying. Eye of Terror was out and about at the time. Same, right? Same thing. Let's talk about proxy models. It's everyone's favorite topic. Andy, my man. Thank you so much for the 39 months.
At Andy Tech that celebrates 39 months of membership. 2007. Kit these days.
2007. I know. Can you believe? Yo, Andy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Resubbing for 39 months in a row, a parasocial tier. You're being entered to win this box. We're about halfway through now, chat. Andy, thank you for the gifted. We're about halfway through now. If you want to support the channel, anyone supporting the channel can win this. Can win this bad boy. Iron Halo Strike Force. My Christmas gift to you is doing a giveaway. Andy Tech Dad for the sub, and then Andy Tech Dad for the membership. Thank you for the gifted, dude. If you like to support the channel, you know what to do. You know what to do, chap. Right, I just need to tell everybody that I've gone live, so give me a moment. Monday stream, get in here. When I win it, I'll have both boxes. Well, yes, you'll have, because you won the Leagues of Vote on one at our tournament, and you'll potentially win this one. So, appreciate you, Andy. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. Again, if you want to support, you can do just that. Can we discuss the DK rap going ham on the screen behind you? New background unlocked. New background unlocked. Every time, because at the studio, I put a little fireplace on my TV. I used to put a fireplace on here, and then I keep getting comments, which, you know, comments are sometimes fun. I keep getting a comment that's like, your desk is on fire, by the way. It's on, your chair's on fire. You know? Give face! Thank you for the 60 months. Let me get you added in. Lord, get
Member
Giftface.
at Lord Giftface celebrates
Appreciate
60
you, bud.
months of membership. 2007, you're making me feel old, you young whippersnapper.
That's not when I was born. That's when I started playing. But yeah, so people every time it'd be like, "Did you know your desk is on fire?" And it's a dead meme. So now I've got old video games title screens playing. So he's currently playing Pokemon Snap. So now you can kind of watch. You can watch in the background and be like, "I know that one." Any old head video game nerds in chat though, little spoiler from my Japan trip. But look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. You ready? Oof. Oof. Look at that shit, dude. Oh shit, son. Holy shit, son. Look at that beast. Speaking of beast, Papaya Pariah, thank you for 10 gifted. Holy shit, my man. Dude, thank you so much. Mate, thank you for the 10.
Gifted member.
What a fucking legend. You're getting 10 entries. 1, 2, 10. There we go. Let's go, dude.
Member.
Let's go. Be like Papaya Pariah. Get yourself in. Get yourself into this little giveaway and support the channel. Just in time for Christmas. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. The cartridge too. Yeah, this is not just. It's not just the box. It is the box. Chat. It's got the original plastic and the manual. That's how beast this is. Now, it's a Japanese version, which means you can't play it in the UK, which is super annoying. But I don't have my original copy because it was always my brother's. Look at that beast. Oh, what a beast. Look at it. It's gorgeous. This is when gaming was real. You know what I mean? This is when gaming was real. But yeah, look, original plastic. Look at that, and the manual. And even like the controller manual. The little slip.
Gifted member.
My new prized possession. How cool's that? 1996. The very first 3D platformer. I got it.
Gifted member.
You know what else I've got? I've also got Diddy Kong Racing. Let's go. Let's go. 1997.
Gifted member.
This is the very first Diddy Kong Racing game. Can't play because of PAL versus NTSC. I believe so, yeah, because this won't be PAL.
Gifted member.
Bam! Look at that. In plastic with cartridge as well and manuals. This one's a much better condition box. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, this is much nice. It's pretty. It's a little bit not battered, but like it's damaged. But like this is like 30 years old nearly. So is this one. You know? How cool are they? I've been recording the video today. So I've been finally... Because, like... Give me 1 second. Just need a drink of my old G Fuel. Let's make sure G Fuel. Oh. There we go. Because obviously I wanted to record a video for Japan... All of the stuff I bought from Japan, it's kind of just been like sat there waiting for me to like start unpacking it. So like all my gunplay, all my tools, all my like games and stuff like that. Because I want to make like a roundup video of like, basically I'm making a video of all the best places to go in Japan to be like a hobby nerd, like Warhammer nerd. But I'm doing like a bit of like, also by the way, you know, so like finally been started to unpack it and actually have a look at it. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot I bought this. And one of them was the fucking Diddy Kong Racing. Love the Mario Kart in the background. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes, dude. I bought the very first Mario Kart on SNES. It was 300 yen, I think, which equates to about £1.50. But it is out of box. It's just a cartridge. But it's cool to have. I bought a few old games. I've got like Super Mario World and stuff like that. I just like the look of them. I just like having them, especially when they're really cheap. So yeah, look at that. Diddy Kong Racing. Stuart, thank you for upgrading. Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much, dude. All the support really makes a huge difference. Stuart, hey. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I'll do it as one word. We're all good. 1970. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. That's so kind. Thank you, everyone, for being so generous. I've really taken a hit in viewership on the way back in from being off so long. So all of your support is like truly making a huge difference. So thank you so much. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Keep forgetting. I keep leaving that screen on. Like, I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much. But yeah, is that funny? Did it go race? It just starts, so I just have to finish talking about it. I know I'm not now showing this frantic snail. Yeah, I think YouTube had like a big update again, and they've like ruined usernames again. You might need to like go in and work out how to change your display name or something. But yeah, they've gone back to usernames for some reason. You know, it's going back to like fucking, what was it, Google Plus or something like that? The old social media is using those again for some reason. I don't know. Anyway. Chat, caused a bit of drama. Can you believe me causing drama? Can you believe me? Hellstormwargaming causing drama? You might have seen, because like I said, I streamed on Friday. I didn't stream Friday evening because I streamed Friday morning evening. Technically, Thursday evening. Friday morning. I streamed really late. I streamed really late. So I didn't stream on Friday, but I made a video. You might have seen. I'm going to put it on. Okay, I'm just going to play a little bit. All right. This one.
The Game Awards, David Harbour.
No, that's not a...
Did you see it?
I don't remember her name. Never mind.
Did you see this video?
David Harbour. And you got Stranger Things. Mila Djokovic.
Stein! Thank you for 23 months, bud. Look at you, Adjo. Well, I remember.
Rejoined at Stygian Calent 450.
Thank you, dude.
Celebrates 23 months of membership. Almost there.
Anyway.
To go.
If you saw this video,
I'm a huge fan of.
Oh my.
David Harbour, excellent. New Total War game. And I was eating a sweet, which everyone also got mad at. It was fucking 4 in the morning. Shut up.
How are they doing 2 at the same time?
And that was the crux of the argument, because I made a video. It's 15 minutes long. It's about me talking about like what happened on stream, you know, what happened on stream, and then talking about the fact that Dawn of War and Total War Warhammer are coming out and being released at the same time. You know, they're the same game was the crux of the argument. And I've got a lot of hate for it. It's one of my most downvoted videos. I think it's like 45% downvote. Not almost half. Close to half. Not actually half. But it's like one of my most, like, on paper, if you take likes and dislikes as the only metric, which obviously there isn't. It isn't. It is my most hated video. Because, like, people are like, well, actually, Total War and Dawn of War are completely different games. One is an RTS and one is a 4X grand strategy. Which makes me think that no one who's actually fucking played Total War Warhammer, you know, I played Total War Warhammer, I played like 15 hours on stream, no less. I couldn't find the footage, annoyingly. They're like, I don't feel like anyone commenting has actually played the most recent Total War Warhammer, like the number 3. Because I was going to play it this weekend. I was going to get some footage and make a follow-up video, but I couldn't. It turns out I don't own Total War Warhammer. I'm not spending £60 plus DLC on a game, all right? But what I did do was I just went on Total War gameplay from Party Elite. Shout out to Party Elite. You know. And if you just play... Now, granted, there is map and resource management in a grand strategy game. However, if you just skip ahead to, like, the conquering bit, you know, where we're actually fighting, which, granted, is not the entirety of the game. You know? It's not the entirety of the game. But, like, we can upgrade units on our main map. This is Total War Warhammer 3. And then we go into a battle. This is a battle in Total War Warhammer 3. What you are doing is selecting units and moving them around a map to fight the opposing army, which has units, which is going around fucking fighting units on the map. You know what I mean? And I find it funny that people are like, Total War is a completely different game. It's complete. They don't even look the same. They're not even related. You know? And granted, this isn't the entirety of the game. Just want to say that. This isn't the entirety of Total War. However, as someone who's played Total War Warhammer 3 exclusively, I haven't played any other Total War. I might have played Total War Rome or whatever 20 years ago, whenever that game came out. But when I think of Total War, this is what I think of. This is the war bit. You know what I mean? And when I think of Total War Warhammer, I think of the war of the Total War that I'm seeing. So you kind of look at this, it's like, oh, his army's fighting. and then you go to Dawn of War. This is the gameplay of Dawn of War 3, because obviously Dawn of War 4 isn't out yet. Alright, you're moving units around. And then eventually you're going to move them into combat with other units and make... Alright, you're capturing points, whatever. Listen, I granted. Alright, you're moving units around the map and making them fight. So my core argument, whilst there are differences, Dawn of War is not the same game as Total War, but they are both RTS type games, because if you say Total War isn't an RTS, you just auto battle. You're playing an auto battler, you're not actually playing Total War. They are like the crux of the same game, and the weird part is to announce them within 3 months of each other. I don't think they're going to launch within 2 weeks. You know what I mean? They're not going to launch 1 week and then next week, you know? It's like, oh, Dawn of War's coming out in 2026, and next week Total War's going to be like, yeah, we're launching January 2026. It's the fact that they've launched the announcement within 3 months of each other, which I found extremely weird. You know? That was the crux of the argument, and then everyone's like, you're a fucking idiot. These are completely different games. And I'm like, are they completely different? If you auto battle, yeah, Total War looks nothing like Dawn of War. But I feel like there's a large part of the game which is moving units around a map. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is fantasy related, but when we were at fucking Total War level, it's gonna look like this, but with more units. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have buildings to build. You're not gonna do research, etc. But you'll do that on the main map. What's that? Okay. So my point is like, I found it super weird that they're launching within they've announced them within 3 months of each other, because like, I don't think there's an issue of having two games. I think having two games is great. I don't think there's an issue of Dawn of War and Total War exist at the same time. I think that's great. I just find the idea of launching similar games with the same IP within 3 months of each other is extremely weird. And the only comparison I could have come up with was like Elden Ring and Elden Ring Night Reign. But that is the same studio, but it's the same IP. But it's really like a second studio because it's not really directed or led by the main studio. It's kind of like a side project that's happening. Because there isn't really... I don't think there is really another example of like the same IP being given out to multiple studios at once and making awfully similar games, you know? But I got so much hate for it, but I'm not alone. Like, obviously, there's people in chat that are kind of like agreeing or choosing to disagree, which if you don't agree with what I'm saying, honestly, totally fine. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna... I'm here to tell you about my opinion, and you can either say, not like it or lump it, but if you don't like it, fair enough. I'd love for you to tell me why, so I can like have a conversation with you. But if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm gonna move on the topic in a few minutes. So if you really don't like it, you want to leave, then I think you're just being petty. But there we go. But like, like, there's like loads of things that have popped up that have like, oh, have I caused this? No, 40k Total War doesn't look like Dawn of War. And I'm like, the isometric view is just slightly different, you know what I mean? There's so many elements on both of these screens that are like almost identical. You got like actions of units. You know, you got actions of units in the left corner. You got actions of unit in the right corner. You got mini-map here. You got a mini-map there. You got unit icons here. You got unit icons there. You've got like, okay, you got play and pause up here. Fine. You don't have play and pause anywhere on here. But there's so many similarities. There's so many similarities that, like, for me personally, I know the difference. I can see the difference. But, like, when you're, like, trying to sell this to someone who isn't, like, a Warhammer guy, who just knows what Warhammer is, has heard of Warhammer, but hasn't played either of the games, trying to explain the difference is kind of like, it's weird, you know? So, like, that's just going to, like, muddy the water for both games, which is what my thought was. So, because we had the Dawn of War announcement only 3 months ago, and then they announced another grand strategy game, grand strategy or real time, whatever you want to think. I just thought it was weird that they like had them at the same time. So if Dawn of War comes out and then they announced it a few months later, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. But it was like, it's 3 months away, and they're just like hammering them. They're just like hammering them out, and like yeah, it feels like they compete, even though they're separate studios. Which normally they would be in competition. When you're using the same IP, are you in competition? You know, because that's the weird thing that we've got, because we've got 2 games, 2 different studios, same IP. But I don't know any other IP that does that. You know what I mean? There's not really any other IP that does that. So maybe Total War 40k is so far it won't cannibalize sales. It's cannibalizing the marketing period. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm talking about. Steelman, thank you for the gifted. It's cannibalizing the marketing talk, because people are making videos about Total War 40k, and people are making videos about Dawn of War right now, because it's all about Total War 40k, and that's what's going to be in the, because it's new. That's what's going to be in the zeitgeist right now. You know what I mean? They're not going to be released near each other. I fully expect Total War 40k to be out years after. I fully expect that. But it's about the cannibalization of the marketing talk, of the airtime that people have. To a point where I've seen so many Dawn of War adverts this weekend that in my head, I'm like, shit, they've actually upped the ante because they're scared as well. So they're like pushing so much marketing for Dawn of War, because like they're like, shit, Total War's just been announced. We're going to be out of the conversation now. You know? But Steelman, thank you for the gift, I do really appreciate it. I've got you in the giveaway. But then it's like, this is the post that I post on Instagram. It's got like 800 likes on Instagram, which I've never used Instagram like this, but I kind of used it a bit like Twitter. And I was like, yeah, these are the same game. You know what I mean? And then someone else, another one, 2,500 votes, 2 babies that have been swapped at birth. You know, I'm like, no, like there's multiple posts. There's multiple posts talking all about it. You know, this has got, I mean, I've upvoted it. One of the 2,500. But yeah, it's just I just think it's funny, you know what I mean? Let me quickly catch up with chat before I keep yammering on. But that's kind of like my thought process about it. There's been a lot of chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I missed it, chat. I was chatting too much. I played 1,400 hours of Total War Warhammer 3 and never touched a Dawn of War game. But I had committed. It's funny because Total War, it's like got a cult following, right? Because it's like not a huge, I wouldn't say it's a huge game. It's big, but not like humongous. But then like people who play for so long. Best part was someone on Discord saying, Total War comes as a complete package from the get-go, and this only comes with 12 factions, while Total War Warhammer 3 has 32 DLCs. Yeah, I think someone posted on Steam that it's like £350 with all the DLCs to get everything for Total War 3. Total War Warhammer 3. I really like Dawn of War, but like the later ones were not as good. They didn't really, none of them really captured the magic, I think, than the first one. I think the core thrust of your argument stands. It's two broadly similar games in the same universe from two publishers competing for the general gaming community's attention. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point, right? That's the whole thing I was getting at. It's like this just doesn't happen because the same IP is usually owned by someone, but this is like third party IP. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It's never happened before. One point that Dawn of War also had grand strategy elements in the campaign. Yeah, it did. It did, dude. When people are like, it's a completely different game. It's like, bro, I played Dark Crusade. That's a grand strategy game. You know? I'm managing my little resources. I'm managing my little armies before I go into battle and make more. Dawn of War 4 is releasing next year. Total War 40k won't be out for another 3-4 years. Exactly, I agree. Marketing airtime is all the time. You know? We're talking about Total War now. And it's not out for 3 years, but Dawn of War's out in a few years, and people in my comments are like, I think there's one today, is like, who's buying Dawn of War when Total War's coming out? I don't know if I can see it. So it was like, why would I even buy Dawn of War now when Total War 40k is coming out? It's like, it's competing for the same market. It's the same market. That footage looked like Battle Sector. Well, it was all Total War or Dawn of War 3. Neither game is good. Ban that man. You have several World War II games coming at the same time. Yes, you do. Is that the same, though? You know? Because World War II is generationally known of, but Warhammer is an IP. You know? The same or not, that's the argument. That's not the argument. They are similar enough to cannibalize each other's markets. An absolutely bizarre decision to announce Total War when Dawn of War is in the hype phase. Yeah, that's what I mean. But like I said, it's two different studios with the same IP, so it seems weird. There's no comparison that you can make that is similar because it just hasn't happened before. It's never happened before. I think the Horus Heresy will work well in Total War universe around the 40k. I totally agree, P. Fisher. But like 40k's got the appeal, right? 40k's got the market awareness. You know? People know what 40k is. Trying to explain 30k to someone who doesn't play either or doesn't know what either is, more difficult. Battle Selector sleeps both of these. It has down. True. True. They've got more in common than there are differences. Yeah, the people are like, they're completely different games. I'm just like, you just have an auto battler. You have a grand strategy auto. You may as well play super auto pets, you know? GW don't have full control when a gaming company uses their IP, will release the game and start marketing, especially when it's two different developers. I don't think we can say that as fact. I don't think we can come out and say that as fact. Because we don't know. We haven't seen the contracts. They might not, but they might. They might have just gone, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, we balled. Did you see how much money we made last time? Let's do it. Let's do it again. I don't think we can start talking about, like, contractually what Games Workshop have and don't have control over. But you could be right. You could be. I don't know, do I? But like on the same coin, is like you don't know either, really. Unless we get a bloody investor report, it's like, we have no control over this. You know? Games Workshop are very protective over their IP, we know that for sure. They're very clear with that when it comes to licensing. Do we know what if they control like sorts of announcement times? You know what I mean? Like, hey, we've got Dawn of War coming out, so hold off. Or are they like, fuck it, we ball? Do I've had to have played the other 39,999 total wars if I can get the new one? Yes, mate. You better start now because I've heard some people have 1,000 hours in one of them. Next month, Command and Conquer 40k. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, Southwest Badger. Southwest Badger, I won't be surprised. Dawn of War 2026, Total War 40k 2027, Space Marine 3 2028. Yeah, when they've already announced Space Marine 3, which if they announce Space Marine 3 and Dawn of War at the same time, I would also be quite confused. But they kind of did do that because it was less than 3 months until they announced Dawn of War after they announced Space Marine 3. But supposedly they only announced Space Marine 3 because they were scared of it leaking. You know? That's what I've heard. That's the rumor. Fantasy wasn't a strong IP when Total War Warhammer first launched either. Hell, it had literally been blown up. I think it was in development before that then, right? When did it launch? When did Total War Warhammer launch? 2016, really? It's quite late. So maybe it was in development before it got blown up. When did AOS come out? 12 years ago? 2013? I think they're already making it. That's why it came out. $2014. So yeah, it's probably definitely in production before then. A more interesting thing about Total War 40k is it's slated to release on consoles. Yeah, there's so many gatekeeper-esque type posts. And like, this has been dumbed down. This game I've seen 3 seconds of footage for has been dumbed down. Like, bro, come on now. You don't know nothing. You don't know anything. The controls on the console might be awful. You know what I mean? It might be awful. Is it wrong, but for me, the last kind of 40k game I want is a strategy game, because, like, I've already got 40k. Polkor Scorpion, you can't say that, dude. Because, one, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I find it so annoying that every 40k game is a turn-based strategy game. It's like, bro, I've got one of them. It takes 3 hours to play. It takes 3 hours to play, dude. But then you say that, it's like, well, that's what it's supposed to be, because Warhammer's turn-based. It's like, oh. No, I totally agree. That's why I didn't like Battle Sector, because it's turn-based. I got bored. You know? I got bored, bro. It's like people want to play 40k without playing the tabletop. Jesus, these takes. What do you mean, Jesus, these takes? Fucking grey name once again. People who play Warhammer games probably already play 40k, so they want to experience their IP in slightly different ways. Jesus, these takes. Fuck me. I'm not paying you to be here, you know. You're here for free. You don't have to be. World War 1 is different to World War 2. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, mate. Chaos Gate, the Grey Knight game, was amazing. I haven't played Chaos Gate. Should I? It is odd that most 40k games are strategic games. Yeah, I always thought it was odd. One of the best 40k games, well, not 40k, but Warhammer games I played was Necromunda Underhive. You know, the first-person shooter? That was really good. That was really good. But, like, I never played Mechanicus, another turn-based game. Didn't like Battle Sector, turn-based game. What was the other one? I'm sure there's another one. The Necromunda Underhive Gangers, or whatever it was called. Necromunda Gangers. Didn't want to play that one. Turn-based again. But the first-person IP was great. First-person shooter, sorry. Hired Gun, that's the one. Hired Gun. We played that on stream. It was a great game. No. Yeah, Necromunda Hired Gun. That was a really good game. That was a really, really good game. Also, where they jump straight to 40k Total War and missed AOS. I don't think we're going to see an AOS video game for a very long time. Unless it's a mobile game. I think Realms of Ruin really fucking burned the fingers of Games Workshop. Realms of Ruin really burned the fingers for sure. Because, like, that died straight away. No one played Speed Freaks. I played Speed Freaks a little bit. It was pretty good. It was a bit different. I liked it. Okay, Warrior, I'm reading your chat and you sound like the most angry person known to man. So maybe chill and I'll see you in another stream. Man, it's gonna suck when Total War eats Dawn of War alive. People have been asking for Total War for so long. And Dawn of War has been doomed, LMFAO. Alright, bruv. Alright, bruv. Go and drink a glass of water and touch some grass. News at 10, Mikey hasn't played a game. Bro, I will ban you as well. I'll time you out as well, dude. Don't fucking start, bro. Halo Wars was the only game that felt like it could work with the controller. Halo Wars was so good. Halo Wars, absolutely insanely good RTS game and with a controller. I tried playing it on PC and it felt odd. It felt so weird. I've been trying to play through all of the Halo games. I kind of fell off a little bit, but like the Halo Wars game, I started playing that on PC and I hated it. I hated it so much. I was almost like, I might just plug a controller in. The Boards of Age Empires console went nicely. Interesting. It's especially frustrating seeing AI Gundam and Warhammer channels when I'm a small creator and it took forever to get 200 subs and I can boot up an AI and do it in a week. Yeah, it is Beelhon. We'll get to that very soon. Very soon. Give me turn-based on a war and I'd be happy. No! Not more turn-based! No! It's honestly refreshing to hear you with this opinion, man. I thought I was going crazy with my 240k RTS games at the same time stands. Yeah, like I said, like I think a lot of people in my comments are getting really extremely angry. But I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? It's like these posts I showed on Reddit have got thousands of upvotes and they're on the Total War Reddit, you know what I mean? No 40k style battlefield to this day is actually obscene. I think Space Marine, the game, is obviously trying to fill that market, right? Don't want to be tarred with the grey names. PJ Fisher, you're going to have to sort yourself out because you are a cringe grey name right now. I'm sorry. If it hasn't loaded, refresh your browser or refresh the page and it should come up. To be fair, the Total War Reddit's a visual place in general. There's one post. Because I was like, I joined the other day. And there was like... there was a post and it was like... Malkador tag spotted. And I commented it within 3 minutes of the post going up saying, sir, that is a Rogal Dawn. And then it got deleted. One comment, me shutting them fuck down. They're funny. But yeah, anyway, the point was it's funny that everyone's mad at me because I was a bit down when I got up Saturday morning and everyone was just like, Friday morning or whatever, it's just like, you are literally brain dead. I've been called like arseless and like having mental issues for suggesting that Dawn War and Total War are quite similar when this is the gameplay. You know, when this is the gameplay. And then it was just like, I went on Reddit and I was like, wait a minute. People fucking agree. They're just fucking idiots in my comment section for some reason. Were you down because you realised you're not much of a gamer? Shut the fuck up, Jace. Shut the fuck up, Jace. 180 hours in the game. What should have won the game of the year? What should have won game of the year? Because it's literally sick. I just haven't played Claire Obscure 33, alright? 33 Expedition or whatever it's called. Why would I ever willingly give my money to the French? Answer that. Answer that. Why would I, a true Englishman, ever willingly give money to the French? Nah, I'm just kidding. It should have won Game of the Year because it's the other game I played. He's sick! He's so good, dude! But he's so good! He should have won Best Multi. He should have won Best Party Game. He should have won Best Party Game because there's nothing better than jumping on Night Rain in Discord and watching Deathwatch try to play. There's nothing better, bro. It's so good. It's so funny. Best party game known to man. Maggie's a closet nationalist confirmed. Fuck. I became everything I swore to destroy. Man, I played so many games this year. Just because I haven't played Claire Obscure 33 doesn't mean I'm not a gamer. I've got 100 hours in Rebirth this year. I've got 52 hours in this free app game that I've been playing. I ain't played it in a while, as you can see. But I started playing it this year after I played Rebirth. I played Night Rain this year, 180 hours. Completed all of Devil May Cry. I've completed Devil May Cry 4. I've started playing Devil May Cry 5. What else have I played this year? That doesn't count as Georgie. What else have I played this year? I streamed Elden Ring, the DLC, for 60 hours on stream last year. I played Jump Space for 4 hours. I finished Lords of the Fallen this year, 34 hours, May 17th. I played Marvel. That was last year. All right, fair enough. I played Space Marine 2. Was Space Marine 2 last year? Fuck. 190 gigs. Ridiculous. Remember your highlights on those roundabouts. That's not Red Pirates. Maggie's roundabout tagging kit. Fuck me. Occasionally just can't escape the call of the north. That's true. You haven't played anything good this year is what you're saying, bro. Like me Elden Ring, like me Dragon Quest, like me Pokemon. Yeah, I played Pokemon Legends ZA. That came out 2 months ago. I played Dragon Quest 2D HD Remake. That came out in October. When did it actually come out? When did it actually come out, bro? When did it when did it release? It came out end of October. I finished it. I finished it and it came out end of October. Why are you always mad at me? Look there, look, release day. I played Tabletop Game Shop Simulator for 12 hours. That's true. Tabletop Game Shop Simulator, played it for 6 hours. Dude, he's a full tarmac, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Clutching to Dragon. I literally played it the other day. I started playing Metroid Prime. I want to play Metroid Prime 4. A brand new game. Just because I don't play all the Claire Obscures, all 32 of them. I didn't play one RPG and now you're mad at me. It's been on my mind all weekend. Bro didn't play one Claire Obscure. How much is it? £33. You having a laugh? 33 quid. It's free on Game Pass. I don't own an Xbox. It's actually free on PC Game Pass though, because I could play them. I've never seen... This is the most gameplay I've ever seen. It was on the Game of the Year award. This is the most of the gameplay I've ever seen. Because I was just like, oh, it's just a Final Fantasy ripoff. I have PC Game Pass, yeah. I was joking. I was joking. Chat, what's your gamer score right now? Chat, what's your gamer score? If your gamer score's lower than me, you can't say I'm not a gamer. How do you look at gamer score again? How do you look at gamer score again? It used to be front and center. I can't express enough how many games the game was. Like I was like, I don't know what this is. No, I didn't say I didn't know what it is. I said I've not played it. That's very different. That's so different, dude. How do you even look at gamer score anymore? Oh, there it is. There it is. 44,000 gamer score, bro. 44,000. Get on my level. Do not look at my recently played. I don't use Game Pass very much. Do not look at my recently played Doom, Minecraft, Halo Wars, Vampire Survivors, Halo, Crash Bandicoot, Little Kitty Big City, Little Crabs, Another Crab's Treasure, and whatever the fuck this is. 60k, 61k. Big C, you can tell me if I'm not a gamer then. Man of Lords, there it was. There it was. I played so much. Paw Patrol Grand Prix. You haven't 100% as Vampire Survivors. Well, I mean, I nearly have. I nearly have, let's be honest. Well, I got locked achievements. Reach level 80 with random characters, because I could be fucked. Vampire Survivors, unironically, elite game. Paw Patrol, elite game. That game was fun. We played it with Elliot. We bought some, downloaded some really random games to play. Anyway, 69% isn't anywhere near actually completed it. Of the achievements, come on now. Come on now. I'm finishing it. I've unlocked everything, I think. I've unlocked all the levels. That's the main thing. Warhammer Survivors splitting the Survivors market. Yeah, there's not another fucking war. There's not a fucking another Warhammer roguelike coming out at the same time, is there? You know? I'm based. I'm so right. I'm so right about this. Anyway, chat. Shall we move on from the game talk? Because you're bullying me. Shall I move on from the game talk? Because I'm losing. Yeah, I'm not going to be... I've got 69%. I literally won. Yeah, I'm actually super excited for Warhammer Survivors. That's going to be so good. Right, shall I do the next topic? The one in the thumbnail. PJ! Mr. Fisher, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. PJ Fisher, 82.
Fisher 82 celebrates.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
1 year baby.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, you're in with a chance to win this bad boy. If you're just tuning in, we are giving away this bad boy at New Year. So if you want to support the channel, gift a membership, super chat, do all the things, be entered to win one of these. If you're already a member, you are being entered in automatically unless you are on the gifted tier. If you're on the gifted tier, you are not being entered for free. An empty box. Yes, literally. Right, chat. This one's a doozy. This one's a doozy, chat. Look at this. Isn't this just a gorgeously painted miniature, you could say? Absolutely gorgeous miniature. The blending, the highlights, the photo. Jace, thank you for the 35 months. I'm not going to do that. Jace, I'm not going to do that. I will add your name, though.
Celebrates 35 months of membership. Go play some Claire Ops Core.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for the resub, dude. Really appreciate it. Papaya, thank you for the 20. Thank you for the £20 super chat.
I need some materials for my bases.
You are on the way to get it, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude. I'll put 4 in for you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the £20 super chat. That's really generous of you, dude. Very, very generous. Thank you, everyone, for the support. Anyway, don't you think this is a really, really nicely painted miniature? It's by an account called Chico PSG1, and it's got 4,700 likes. That's popping off. That's popping off. I'm not going to say viral in Instagram in our Warhammer community, but quite seen by quite a few. Quite popular. Now, this account has about 3,000 odd followers, less than 4,000, 3,000 odd. So they've definitely reached out of their follower count and done really well with it. Now, I believe it's a Spanish account. And if I translate, you can't hide when the wolf is coming for you. Painted by IA. Well, thank God. At least it's not AI, right? Thank God it's painted by IA. Maybe it's inconsequential angels. Maybe it's... I don't know what that was. Maybe it's Imperial Armor. Maybe that's what it's been painted by. Maybe that's what it's been painted by. Maybe it's been painted by Inglesias and Hell. I don't know. I don't know. It could be painted by anyone. until you remember that the fact that in Spanish, artificial intelligence is intelligence artificial. Incompetent asshole. You forget that artificial intelligence in Spanish is intelligence artificial, which won't get translated because it is not a word. It is an abbreviation of a word. Sergeant Angle! Thanks for calling member, dude. Really appreciate you.
Member.
Legend. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Today you're like, oh, wait a minute. This model is painted by AI. And it's got nearly 5,000 likes. And it's not the only one, because he's got fucking loads. He's got fucking loads now. Incompetent asshole. Nah, it wasn't me. An interesting one that he uploaded. He uploaded 2 images. He uploaded this one, which looks extremely AI. And it says, if you translate it, picture 1 painted by AI, and then picture 2 painted real. Oh, that was not what I clicked. Don't know what happened there. So this is the real one he's painted, and then this is the AI version. So I think what this person is doing, because this is an AI, this is a painted miniature, you can tell because the picture isn't as good, you know. The picture isn't as high quality, the lighting isn't quite right, the focus is a little off, but it's a really good paint job, you know. Same with this one. Really, really good paint job. But I think what he's realised, because this is the original image we just looked at, the original miniature, what he's realised is he can garnish his image with AI. Garnish his image with AI. Now, this one just looks like the background. But like this one, painted by AI. How much of this is him? And how much of this is AI at this point? You know? Because it looks fantastic. But chat, it's not fucking real. Like, I don't know how much of this miniature is real. And like I said, he's got 3,200 followers, you know, and if we scroll back a little bit, you know, absolutely a lovely painting, like 4 years ago, 200 likes, 5 years ago, sorry, 200 likes, 300 likes, you know, 137, and these pictures aren't great, but the miniatures paint jobs are really nice. What he realizes a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, is like, why take pictures of miniatures when I can take pictures of miniatures for 140 likes and I can bang them into AI and get 500? You know? Why bother posting for 250 likes when I can bang them into AI a week ago and get 500? And then I can bang this one into AI and get 400. And I can bang this one into... This one wasn't as good. This one looks like AI. This one, though. Holy shit. Golden Demon level. Golden Demon level. 1,200 likes 4 days ago. And now he's on a mission. Every other day he's posting. Every other day he's posting 2,000 likes. Chat, none of this is real. People are liking it, be like, a stunning paint job. Sing Bright Painter. Sing Bright Painter. It's not real. My version of a wall priest with AI, so details can be appreciated until I can paint it. Like, why bother? Why bother? Even, like, you're just going to scroll Instagram and be like, wow, that's a nice mini. Bing, bing. You know? Bing, bing. 2,000 people I follow have liked it. 2,000 likes. It's not real. Like, granted, he is making it clear, but people aren't realizing that IA means AI. So they're just 5,000 likes. Like, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So I think what he's doing is taking the miniature and being like, here's loads of really, really nicely painted space walls. Can you paint mine like it? You know? And give it a nice backdrop. Because none of this is real. Go back to the Thunderwolf. Look at the backpack. What about it? Is that a little face on the backpack? Is it like rendered a little face? What's this? What's this? It's a little dude. It's a little dude. Because he doesn't know how to paint it. Because he doesn't know what it is. Because it's all blended together. Got a little dwarf guy. Got a little man running around with him. Got a little man running around with him, look. An ancestor, yeah. That's the evil devil on his shoulder saying, put it through AI. Put it through AI. Yeah, good spot. Good spot, oh my god. It was Emu pointed it out. She posted on a story, then I realised. Mikey, you could put model name, a list of paints based by X company in the comments. So you'll get multiple people ask those exact questions. People don't read it. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. Especially when it's the wrong letters, because they're the wrong way around. But yeah, I totally agree. People do not read. But I was just like absolutely gobsmacked. And now he's just like on one. And they're all doing really well. You know what I mean? If a post of mine gets 400 likes, I'm like, let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Medium fries at McDonald's is on me. I don't make anything from Instagram. But I'm always happy. I'm happy. Let's have a look. Your minis are amazing. Can I ask what colour you use for the armor scheme? Chat GPT and half a lake. So anyway, so look, basically, even what post on Insta, even like miniatures in Instagram can't be trusted anymore. You know what I mean? That's it's a little bit sad because they do look insane, chat, but you've got to remember it's not real, you know? Hope he replied blue. Space Wolf's grey. Space Wolf's grey and time. My colour is melted iceberg blue. You should do it. AI up your painted minis. That's what he's doing. Why would I do that? Why would I do that to put on Instagram? You know what I mean? Why would I want to do that? So yeah, anyway, he's popping off, look. 600 likes on every post now. Alright, 500. But still. This one 21 hours ago. He's posting multiple times a day. He's posting multiple times a day because he can, because all he does is just take a picture of a mini and goes, make this look like it's been painted by Golden Demon. It's an experiment. Do we need one? I think we've got like the answer, right? We've got the experiment here. We've got the case study. We've got the hook, line, and sinker. This guy is the experiment. And so I think some of those pics are stolen from the internet. Well, we don't know, but he said that all of these are painted by AI. You know, so he could just be taking a picture of his mini and banging it through some AI shit, or he could just be taking minis off the internet and banging it through AI. You know what I mean? Ultimately, we don't know because, like I said, like look, 4 hours, 13 hours, 1 day, 21 hours, November, 2 days, 1 day. All a bit mixed up for some reason. Is that weird? Why are they in different order? Why am I getting some like 2 days and then early November? That Eliminator was posting a Space Wolf forum I'm in. If you can remember it and find it, that'd be really fascinating. This one? Or one of these two? I was going to say, I wonder how long it'll take for him to borrow pictures of conversions to paint so he can shit out more content. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's it. That I imagine that's what he's doing. I mean, that's what people are claiming he's doing. But even still, it's just taking pictures and just fucking banging them through AI now. It's just like ridiculous. 90% of the stuff on Instagram wasn't real before the widespread use of generative AI. Not much has really changed. You know what? Bleak but true. Bleak but true. But it's just like, you just have to be aware of it. Because like, if you go around liking this, you know, and you, like me, are quite opposed to people pretending. That's what I always say about AI. It's the pretending and the scamming and the lying that fucks me off. The concept of AI, quite interesting. You know what I mean? The concept of it, really interesting. The concept of using AI to further human development, quite interesting. Using it to make a Willy Wonka experience or this, fuck off. You know what I mean? You can't even buy RAM. Yeah, you can't even buy RAM anymore. You want to build a computer? Good fucking luck. I looked at the price of RAM today. If you want 64 gigabytes of RAM, you're looking at £1,000 because of AI. Isn't that fucking wild? Isn't it fucking wild? Oh, anyway. So yeah, watch yourself. Basically, watch yourself. If you're looking at these things, like just be careful. Like I will say, I will give it to him. At least he's kind of being honest with it. But like, people aren't reading it. You know what I mean? He's technically being honest with it. I'll give him that. I'll give him that one. But like, fucking hell. Hey. It's not his fault people won't read. No, I don't think he should be posting it. But like, I'm like giving as well as like criticizing. You know what I mean? The account name is Chico PSG1. There you go. Guess I'll stick with 16 gigabytes then. Yeah, like there was like some posts I was reading on Twitter. That it was like someone said that like phones next year and PCs, the standard RAM is going to be 8 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes for phones because they just can't get a hold of RAM now. Because of that Crucial. Was it Crucial that would come out and said they're not making consumer RAM anymore? Fuck me, 47 mutuals. Yeah, I don't know how many mutuals I've got because I'm logged in. I'm on the PC version. There's probably a few though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at these painting studios following an AI account. Absolutely wild. They're taking your images. They're taking your images, bro. Wild, dude. Is Neil Hollis mutual? Imagine. It's not followed by Neil Hollis. Well, Neil could learn a few things. He made him, you know what I mean? He made him. Micron, who owns Crucial. Yeah, okay. Anyway, there's your fun. Who's Neil Hollis? He's the guy who won Golden Demon with an AI generated background. Nintendo said RAM's going to cost something like 40% more for each Switch unit. That's fucking diabolical. Absolutely diabolical, innit? Let's be honest. Absolutely disgusting. Fuck me. Fuck me, dude. Oh, anyway, chat, we've got two options. We can either continue our AI talk, because someone posted a video called AI Slop coming for Warhammer, or we can play a game. We can play Clair Obscure. I'm joking. We're not going to play Clair Obscure. Was it actually on Game Pass? That's literally why I opened Xbox, and I was like, show me a game of score. See the games. Oh, it is on Game Pass. I don't even need to buy it. How much space does Cloud Skill take up? It better be optimized. It's an indie game. I've been informed it cost 10 million and had 30 staff, but I was informed it was an indie game. 40 gigabyte. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's get a slop out of the way. Okay. So Cavill Trade posted a video. I don't know who it's by. But my headphones aren't working, I don't think. They did this the other day. Then they just randomly started working. They did this when I was trying to talk to Deck the other day. Yeah, it's not working. At least on mic's working, that's the main thing. Can I do... Let me try something. Let me try something. Or I just pulled my headphones straight to the front. So the increase of RAM would bring the cost per unit down. You would think. But no, it's just demand, right? Because there's less people making it. That works. Because there's less people making it, then people are just like, well, it's going to have to go up. It's just ridiculous. £1,000 for RAM. Let me show you. The one I saw was here. Oh, not that, not that, not that. Oof. No one. £750 for 32 gigabyte RAM, I think it was. Absolutely ridiculous, dude. It's like 3 companies who stake to each other just circle jerk and increase stock prices as well. No, literally. Yeah. You know that for a fact when Nvidia invested in OpenAI, who invested in AMD. You know what I mean? And it's just Nvidia, Oracle, and OpenAI just feeding into each other, and then Nvidia and ChatGPT or OpenAI are like frantically holding up Intel and AMD to make it look like they've got competition. It was Jensen one that said something like, if Nvidia has one bad circle, one bad 3 months, then everyone's pension's out the window, and that should be scary. You know what I mean? Trolley! Thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Trolley Cleaner, what a legend! Let me get you added in.
Gifted member.
Thank you so much for the 5, dude. Really appreciate it. That's super kind of you. Really appreciate you, dude.
Gifted member.
Let's have a look what this video is. I've not pre-watched or anything. Oh, I love Death and Dies. I like those. I like those guys. Right, okay. Wait.
Gifted member.
Ah. God. If not bubble, then why bubble shaped?
Gifted member.
Wow. If only it was that easy. If only it was that easy. Jack, you know me, I've been quite... Oh, wait. Jack, you know me, I've been quite outspoken against AI for quite a while, actually. I hate people who use AI to scam, you know, who take other people's stuff and just, like, lie about it or just, like, try and, like, extract value from someone or something without you know, fairly paying the person they're extracting from, or just scamming someone. I don't like when people scam people. And it's just infesting Warhammer everywhere, you know? Like, I know, obviously, like, AI is, like, a huge talking point globally. But, it, you know, unless you start realizing how close to home it is, you might not realize. And AI slop is coming for Warhammer, according to Love, Death, and Dice. So I thought this is posted on my Discord. I thought we could take a look and see what this is about, because I imagine I wholly agree with this video. So let's have a look.
Hello everybody, long time no see. I have not been feeling great. I feel like I'm breathing through a flute and my head pretends it's a Beyblade sometimes. Although I've been taking a break from making videos and focusing on rest, I came across something in the miniature scene that I just have to talk about. Sickness be damned. I found a Kickstarter that wants to sell you AI generated minis. What? Maybe it's because I can't breathe through my nose, or maybe it's because I hate generative AI. I'm irritable, and I'm ranting today.
So I just want to say before watching this video is that I think I've seen the Kickstarter he's referring to, but as a YouTuber, I get contacted by like companies for like advertising all the time. And jokes aside, no word of a lie, I don't get paid that much for sponsorship. Sometimes I do well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's only regarding like affiliate links and stuff like kickback. But no word of a lie, if I'd taken 3 sponsorships this year from AI generating model companies, essentially using prompts to generate 3D models, I probably could have brought in £7,000 to £8,000 this year by taking these sponsors, by taking these and doing ad reads and doing videos about it. Bear in mind, that's like doubling my annual income. It's almost doubling my annual income. But like, it's like literally thousands and thousands of pounds companies have offered me to make a video using their prompting service to generate a miniature, you know? And I've like, I've really had to have an inner battle of like, oh, I don't like AI, but £8,000 is £8,000, you know? £8,000's £8,000, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But like, I've had to say no because I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. But then it's like, oh my God. But they're offering me this money and I'm saying no. Just think about who else is advertising these things and how much they're being paid for it. You know what I mean? That's even more than I give to Mikey, guys. Think on that. Yeah, literally. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually just like an insane amount of money that they're offering. For like, because clearly they don't watch the channel. They've just put me into ChatGPT and gone, give me a list of channels that talk about 3D printing or whatever. And it's just, there I am. So they'll ban my email out. But yeah, I feel like I want to show screenshots. I might collate some of just like the amount of money I've been offered this year to promote AI model generation, 3D model generation. And I've just gone, nah, or just deleted the email. I'll try and find them. I'll try and find some for next time. And you'd lose more if you did that because we'd all leave. Yeah, probably. £8,000's £8,000. I'm joking.
A company on Kickstarter called Thorn's Tavern saw
I have
the
seen
world of
this.
miniature making and the wonderful artists who exist in it and thought, we can do better. Their pitch is to remove the sculptor altogether and use AI to automate the miniature making process. Gone are the days of searching for custom miniatures, building kits, and even painting. We can all agree those are chores, right?
Yeah, what you do is you're going to be able to AI generate an image, and then you're going to be able to AI generate the model, and then you're going to be able to AI generate the paint scheme, and then post that on Instagram and get 4,000 likes. Easy, bro. Easy 4,000 likes. Get them followers lined up, chap. Come on now. Come on, get a raking them in. All it's going to cost is half a lake in America. No problem. No problem. You know? Yeah, like, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just fucking, it's just theft because, like, the data they'll be using won't be secured fairly, you know what I mean?
You can't even play with it.
You can't even play with it, Georgie says. You can't even play with it. What's the point? Oh, Instagram likes and sponsorships. Yeah, fair enough.
They've partnered with the 3D model generator Meshy AI to turn any text prompt, 2D image, or existing 3D model into a full-color 3D miniature. With it, you can make fantasy and sci-fi models of familiar stylings.
1, DSS. 2, it's just, the problem is that whilst I'm talking about this, there'll be people who are watching this, you, maybe, who are like, holy shit, that was so cool. I'm going to go do that. And that's what's sad. Because there's just that Thatcherism, the individualism that Thatcher brought in. My northern's coming out. The individualism that we have in today's society, that they don't give two fucks about anything as long as they get what they would like. I would like that thing, I'll get it. Let's not think about any consequences. Not think about anyone else who's being robbed. It's all Thatcher's fault, isn't it? Let's be honest. You know? It's all Margaret Thatcher's fault. Anyway, that's what I think when someone pulls out of me when I'm driving my car. I blame Margaret Thatcher. Because without her, we wouldn't have this much individualism, and then someone wouldn't think it's okay to pull out on someone when you're driving down the road. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Their big push is the 2D image converter. Take any piece of art you want, and they'll spit out a 3D model based on it. It can be concept art, drawings, things you found on Instagram.
The hobby was not the winner.
The hobby was not the winner, is that what you just said? Right, okay.
May the hobby be the winner, unless...
That's a stolen phrase.
Is it? Oh my god, I
From
know.
someone. You are AI.
ChatGPT.
You are ChatGPT, yeah. That's a phrase that someone used to say, and then someone stole it and then used it as their entire marketing campaign on their YouTube channel. Did you not know that?
We'll talk about this when you're off stream. Okay.
It was by the famous Dobles.
That's what I thought. It was not Dobles.
Yeah, but their YouTube channel stole it.
Oh, that's fine.
Stole it.
Oh my god, sorry to all involved. Shit.
Every bad thing in modern day traces back to Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan. You know what? True. True. Mikey's still the most stolen from. It is true. Not one fucker used that Instagram format until I did in Warhammer, and now it's all over Instagram. Even Squid Mars used it now. I think you give Thatcher too much credit, and I remember the poll tags belly. She closed the mines! She closed the mines, don't forget!
With Thorn's Tavern, any type of miniature is possible. As long as you have that in-app currency, you can press that generate button as often as you like. They claim the AI miniature is fully customizable. Don't like the color palette? Generate a new one. Think they need a different weapon?
This fucking website's AI generated. They can't even spell female right. They've spelt it as iron male. It's male or iron male. That's what all it is. That's all you got up there. The only two options. Oh man. Oh, it's just. Oh, I'm just getting. This is just annoying me. I won't lie. See, it's Sasha's fault. She was called the Iron Lady. Now we got the Iron Male. See? It's all down to Margaret Thatcher!
Generate button is only a couple coins away. Once you have a model you like, you can download the STL, or for a fee, they'll print a full color mini and send it your way. For this righteous endeavor, they only need a meager $20,000. For what is not listed. The software? Meshy already made it for them. A full color 3D printer? Well, they have that at the ready. A facility to host all this? They have that. As you can see, just a little bit of your pocket money and the dream can finally get off the ground.
They need that to spend 300 quid on a subscription service on their website, and then that's it. You know? That's all they need the money for. You know? That's all they need money for. To set up a cheap subscription service on their website for credits or whatever, tokens, and then that's it, call it a day. But you can see how sad it is because people want it. 30,000 funded. You know? 30,000 funded. They've done it. Oh, it's just like... Meshy AI, I know for a fact. Meshy AI doesn't use ethically sourced, fully paid for data because you can put fucking spacemarine intercessor in there and it comes up with one. I wonder why I know that one. Oh, man. Looks like I need to find someone else doing my time. Yeah, it's Jova, mate. It's Jova.
As of writing, they have over 300 backers and have raised close to
300 dickheads, that's what I say.
$30,000. The main thing I see this trying to replace is Hero Forge's full-color miniature prints. The idea being that you aren't limited to a select catalog of bits and can make a model from any image you sourced elsewhere.
Because that's what Hero Forge does right now, right? It's not AI generated, but if you want like a barbarian, an orc, an elf, or anything like that, a very traditional D&D character, they've got like a huge catalogue which is all fully designed by them that you can swipe through and change. You can change their like expression and stuff, and then you can paint it, and then you can buy it, and then you can either have it as an STL or as a printed miniature. You know, a printed, painted miniature. You know what I mean? But like. I think is great. You know what I mean? I think if you don't like painting or you just want a load of miniatures quick, they are expensive. You're paying for the premium. But you can design these miniatures yourself from a catalogue of things that have been designed by a company that then they're reselling to you. This guy's pointing out is that it's just stolen stuff that they're selling to you. None of it they own. Like, none of the data that they're using, they own, and they're selling it, you know? That's what I'm, like, struggling for people to, like, understand when it comes to this sort of shit, is that they are selling it as theirs, but they've taken all of the information to make this product work from somebody else who has not been paid or given permission. That's what makes me so mad. That's what makes me so angry about generative AI. And Margaret Thatcher.
I don't have exact pricing, but it sounds like it'll be between $30 and $50, similar to Hero Forge.
Not looking past the fact that looks fucking wank compared to Hero Forge, but the point stands.
So that's what they are. That's what they're doing. I'll be honest with you. I really dislike it. Like all AI bullshit, it's trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist while affecting the lives of people who do genuinely care about the creative process. For example, you can already do awesome stuff with Hero Forge and help pay their staff to continue sculpting. This Kickstarter is asking for...
That's the thing. It's like the more that you buy from Hero Forge, the more they can pay sculptors to make more interesting parts, you know what I mean, to choose from. You know? Whereas this is just, it's adding nothing. It's all take. You know what I mean?
A similar amount of money, but they don't have to pay sculptors and are using assets they already have. Starting to get a bad smell from this, I checked out their previous Kickstarters. Although they were successfully funded, there are hundreds of comments claiming they never received their product, and those who did said it's nothing like the Kickstarter's promise.
Look at that! The AI scam company turns out to be a scam. In other news, the water that we have left because of AI is still wet. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that the scam company is known for scamming? Wow, that's fucking wild, dude. That's color me surprised. Color me surprised, bruv. Ah.
Obviously, I'm skeptical of this company's motives, especially when it comes to the 2D art upload system. It invites so many moral and potentially legal issues. It's worth looking into the company itself and seeing what they're about.
That's the thing. I wonder how much they're taking from, like, if you upload an image, is that just being fed in to? Because obviously, if you think of it from the base point, it's like they're taking all this artwork and miniatures and whatever to create a 3D system to create the miniatures, but then every time you upload an image, that is also being used by the system later on. That's it. It's gone. You know, it'll be gone. You won't own that image anymore. It's owned by them. They can use that now.
On the surface, the Kickstarter looks simple. It's clearly using AI-generated graphics and writing. But if you look closer at the campaign and how they market it, a dubious picture starts to unfold. Before anything, this video is my own speculation and criticism based on information that is publicly available. This is an opinion piece, and in my opinion, it's a fucking scam. First things first, I have a question. What is the $20,000 even for? The first big expense has to be the conversion software, which is already done. By their own admission, it's all meshy AI. I can't imagine there's any development beyond giving it a branded interface. And if they're an AI
So we've tested meshy AI because it was one of the ones that have contacted me. I won't lie. I would never mention the company, but it's been brought up already. And like, yeah, it just generates space marines, not very good ones, but it just generates space marines. It's pretty awful, to be honest. It's just kind of like what Lychee was doing, but he couldn't quite get everything right. But it was just an intercessor. It was just look shit. Like the face wasn't there. It was kind of like butthead moment. You know what I mean? It's like it's mostly a space marine, but its head's a butt. But yeah, like I say, if he's trying to raise 20k, what are they actually raising 20k for? It's for a subscription service. That's it, and to make the initial money. Typical Kickstarter scam is that the Kickstarter isn't to start the business, it's just a pre-order service.
company use AI art and AI buttons. It's all automated. It's cheap already. Maybe it's the licensing to use the software, but based on the meshy pricing page, I can't imagine it's much for enterprise teams. The other considerable expense I know they'll have is a full-color 3D printer. Again, that already seems to be taken care of. On the Kickstarter page, they say they have a J850 digital anatomy printer. That's a medical-grade $200,000 printer that hospitals and colleges custom order. This family of printer can make organs that simulate disease. Do they have the hookup with some med student who prints wizards in between heart diagrams? I don't think so. So why is a company with an asset like that asking me for money? Being doubtful of how honest this—
Well, I mean, I know obviously it's leading to a point, but come on now. Why are they asking you for money? Because they want money. money. We used to use these where I used to work to print body parts to then test them. You know, this is the kind of the fun thing that I used to do. I used to make these and then test them. But yeah, it was like this sort of printer.
$1,000 print student who prints wizards in between heart diagrams?
I don't think they own the printer. I don't think they have that much money. I think they was hoping for more money, but maybe they do own one, which will take them a long time to do these orders.
I don't think so. So why is a company with an asset like that asking me for money? Being doubtful of how honest this company is being, I would like to know a couple things. What is the size of their company? Where are they based? How many people are a part of this Kickstarter? And critically, how does this software work? With no email listed on the Kickstarter or their website, I signed up for their newsletter, and shortly after, got a promo email. Trying to respond to this will only result in a bounce, but it is here where I got my first piece of concrete information: an address. Type it into Google and you'll see a courier company in Delaware that delivers court documents and food. Looking at the Google Street View image, there are only 2 units at this address.
Unitech, Last Chance Auto, Adora Book Dubai, High Technology Consultant, and Post Thinker. Guys, this company doesn't even exist. This is a fucking mailbox, isn't it? This is just a mailbox. That's all it is. Why is it Kickstarter taking these down? What short answer? Money. Long answer. All of these companies that are doing it are based in the US, and they don't have a good Federal Trade Commission right now because they binned her off. They binned off Lena Khan.
Yet, 4 more tech businesses are tied to this location. I suspect this is where they incorporated their company, which isn't unusual, but it isn't where they are based. Strangely, their campaign location lists New York, their user profile lists Los Angeles, and at least one person tied to the campaign team appears to be from Hong Kong.
It's Pitbull! It's Mr. Worldwide! It's Mr. Worldwide, bro! It's owned by Pitbull! Fuck! How did we not see it? It's Mr. Worldwide! He knows if you've been going through tough times. Been there, done that. Quickie Mart ass building.
This many conflicting details on things they manually filled in, like the email footer, allude to an obfuscation of some kind. They are either entirely based in one location and they don't want you to know that, or they are already a massive company with resources and people in multiple cities. If a major company is behind this, I again ask, what is the $20,000 for? If they had successful Kickstarters in the past, why not use the profits from that to launch this product?
I'm gonna say it, and I appreciate the argument, but like, I don't think this argument is relevant anymore because like every company uses Kickstarter as a pre-order system. Not just AI companies, not just companies in our market, just like every company uses uses Kickstarter as a pre-order system. Which, like, granted, is not why Kickstarter became a thing. The whole point of Kickstarter was to accept money for an idea that you couldn't afford as a company. So you got people to invest in you to get the product off the ground because you essentially needed to sell the units before you actually had them. But, like, it's just what it is now. It's just for big companies. For small companies, it does still happen. But for big companies, it's just a pre-order system. So whilst I appreciate the sentiment, I think this argument of like, why do they need 20 grand is largely like a waste. It's wasted. You know what I mean? Using Kickstarter to get money in early has become a business model. Yeah, exactly. Like companies I work for do it. You know what I mean? I work with. Sorry, not work for. Companies I work with do it all the time. It's fairly normalized now. But yeah, I appreciate what he's trying to say. But it's kind of like a conversation with Kickstarter like 7 or 8 years ago rather than now. But we'll see where this company is. I'll see what else we got to say about it.
Or if you're an established company, why can't you just ask for a business loan? I also speculate that if they are hiding their country of origin, that is to make it harder to pin down and potentially use a factory where labor isn't as highly valued or where copyright law isn't as strongly enforced. With so many questions and no listed email to ask them, I regretfully had to spend $1 to access their Kickstarter campaign chat, where I asked for a press email. This instantly got an answer and put me in contact with a team member. At first, they were replying to my emails within minutes of sending. They agreed.
What is the total price to generate miniature post Kickstarter? Is a membership subscription? How does the copyright work with these models? What copyright infringement prevention systems are in place? How does this know if a piece of art was used without permission? Where is Storm's Tavern located? How are the initial 20k funds allocated? So you've already developed the software meshing pretty your own on the printer. How was his AI model trained? There's a vast amount of characteristics and class to be shown. Where's all this reference? Yeah, they're not going to reply to any of those. You know, they're not going to reply to any of those questions.
To answer my questions, but first they needed to know my YouTube channel and the social media pages where I am active. I responded and then nothing. More than 2 weeks have gone by and even my follow-up email has gone unanswered. Alas, I have hit another dead end and perhaps touched a nerve with my questions. Or they saw my sub count and considered this a waste of time, which, if true, is hilarious. A perfect setup for me to ask you to subscribe. That way companies fear my questions appropriately. One of the answers I wanted to know in my email was, what copyright filtering is in place? What is stopping a person from uploading somebody else's art to generate a miniature, profiting Thorn's Tavern, while the original artist is none the wiser? The FAQ doesn't have any concrete details on this other than, and I'm not joking, please don't. You're starting a company that's...
That's so funny. That's their card, jail free card. It's like, well, we asked them not to upload Games Workshop models, but people kept doing it. You know? Please don't upload Games Workshop miniatures, for example, but people kept doing it, so it ended up in our system, and then it got trained off it. So, oopsie, wasn't us. We asked them not to. We said, please.
Sells minis based on other people's art, and your moderation system is, pretty please don't steal that art? What kind of asshat thinking is that? If you want to put technology like this out there, it is your job to create a system that moderates. Exactly, specifically, how are you preventing your own profit from stolen material? That's a simple fucking question.
And the answer is, we fucking didn't. The answer is, don't give two fucks, take the money. The answer is, lol, omega lol. Because why would they? Why would they when they can and profit? Why wouldn't they? And we don't care, lol. That's literally their answer. You got it for fucking free. Where from? Internet? It's like the famous video, sorry. You know? Do you train open AI on YouTube videos? It's the classic. Where is it?
So this is really fascinating and kind of disheartening. OpenAI trained on it.
So videos on YouTube?
Licensed data means they paid for some of the data that they trained on.
So videos on YouTube?
Okay.
That fucking face, dude. Absolutely. And now she's nowhere to be seen. This woman's never on screen anymore. Because when she was asked, do you use videos on YouTube to train OpenAI? This is the face she pulled.
It's got to pause it here because that's not a face you want to see from the CTO of OpenAI, who is responsible for gathering cleared and legally cleared and paid for, or at least public domain, and this is not the face of confidence, and she's actually going to kind of openly admit to that in a second here.
I'm actually not sure about that.
Okay.
Fucking this company when asked, did you import Games Workshop miniatures? I'm not sure.
Not having an answer for it is either grossly negligent or outright malicious. You make me feel unwell. I need to take my medicine. Right now, the software only accepts one image to generate its models, but they have said a multi-angle feature is on the product roadmap. Now, why in the world would you need that feature? Perhaps for assets that are already 3D? Look at that! GW has 360 photos ready to download, as do many other mini manufacturers.
Oh, they know what they're doing. They know what... I mean, on one hand, you could... Wait, no, on no hand, sorry. If you can 360 spin it, it's already a model, so you don't need to AI generate it. But if you didn't have the model, let's say, then you would be able to generate it.
I think this multi-angle development, combined with the lack of any serious copyright filtering, is not only a recipe for 2D art theft, but for the theft of existing miniatures. That's a bold claim, I know, and before committing to it and making a video that criticizes generative AI software, it's important that I use that software and see if my claims are valid. They are. Since I don't have access to Thorn's Tavern, I went with the next best thing, the software their whole project uses, Meshy.ai.
Jesus Christ.
I downloaded a few images from GW.
Literally all of it is fucking stolen IP. Literally all of that there.
And started the conversions. It not only accepted the spacemarine.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
And Stormcast Eternal photos I uploaded, but recognized exactly what they were, applied their keywords, and still allowed me to generate a full color 3D model. If Meshy doesn't have those protections in place, I very much doubt Thorn's Tavern will.
Because the thing is with that, is with like this, right, is that like, this already exists.
Conversions.
You know what I mean? This is on, like you said, like a free plan or whatever. This already exists. And like, well, for one, you could just upload this and then print it. And it's like, you could be like, this is close enough. I just want to play the game. But like, anyone with like half decent 3D modeling tools or half decent 3D modeling skills can use this as like a basis. You know what I mean? Here's a basis of a miniature. Let's just clean it up. Let's get rid of those extra rivets. Let's pull this in a little bit. Let's tidy up this skull, you know? And then you can just use it to like quickly farm out higher quality STLs and then sell them on as well. You know what I mean? Well, it's originally designed. Watch me do it in Blender. But also, if you don't care, bang it in. There you go. All done. Here's an image. Here's a 360 image of a Games Workshop model. And then here's a 3D model of a Games Workshop model that's close enough that it'll work. You know what I mean? Especially because, like, on a computer, they look a bit dodgy. But as soon as they're printed, a lot of the details that look weird will be lost to the printer. It'll make it look better. You know how people made Calgary in like a day? Yeah, I don't think they did it with AI. They did it with digital kit bashing, you know? Like, digital kit bashing is super popular right now because what they'll do is they'll take a miniature that already exists and just modify it, and then they'll have... Because just like Games Workshop, when Games Workshop make a miniature, they take a frame of another one and reinvent it, you know what I mean? That's why we see so much on Tactical Rocks and the same leg poses and stuff like that across multiple Space Marines. 3D modelers, like 3D sculptors and stuff are doing that already for like knockoff Warhammer. They're just taking another Terminator and turn it into Calgar, you know what I mean? It's just, it's super easy, inverted commas. So.
Marine and Stormcast Eternal photos I uploaded, but recognized exactly what they were, applied their keywords, and still allowed me to generate a full color 3D model. If Meshy doesn't have those protections in place, I very much doubt Thorn's Tavern will. Don't get me wrong, these models do not look good, but this shows that the technology is getting better and AI miniature slop is coming.
And that's the thing, it's the worst. AI is the worst it's ever been, or worst it ever will be today. And what people mean by that is that AI generation is only going to get better and better and better the more time progresses, because people invest in so much, because Nvidia and all that or whatever are trying to make loads of fucking money out of everybody. So AI is the worst it's ever been today. Basically refers to the fact that it's only getting better every single day. You know what I mean? So yeah, whilst it looks pretty, let's be honest, it looks pretty decent, that miniature. It's a really good. It's tomorrow it's going to be a bit better, and tomorrow a bit better than that, and tomorrow a bit better than that, you know?
This conversation needs to happen now, before our hobby gets flooded with shit that can very well be stolen. The scenario I fear the most is this. Someone passionate makes a piece of art. Someone else sees it, uploads it to Thorn's Tavern, and generates a miniature. Thorns gets paid a lot of money for that miniature, and the artist had no say in the matter. Worse...
And that's the fucking issue. That's the issue! It's just people being scammed without even knowing about it. And they can't do anything about it. You know? Every AI model is the problem, because that's the problem I've always had with it, and the problem everyone should have with it is that people's work is being stolen, but they either don't know or can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? I don't know which one's worse. I don't know out of those two options which one's the better one. Is like, fucking, it's just shit. Yes, it's the purple side. The purple side's back. We are boned. We're truly like in a fucking weird, in a weird situation. Definitely a weird one. And it's not just a conversation in Warhammer. It's a worldwide conversation. And the people at the top, especially the US, don't want to have this conversation whatsoever. They're just letting it by because they're making money out of it. So, you know, there's a reason loads of politicians own a bit of Oracle, etc. So
with that STL, anyone can start selling prints and generating profit that the original creator never sees. The internet is a big place, and in that scenario, it's also likely the artist wouldn't know about any of this process and could be stolen from indefinitely. If they did find out, then who the hell can they contact?
Not a pre-watch. Want to clarify? Not a pre-watch.
To fix it. You close one shop, another one will open. Things like this can only be prevented at the source, and right now, Thorn's Tavern ain't preventing shit.
Yeah, not a pre-watch, promise, but like the same points, you know what I mean? The same points, it's just people are just going to get stolen from, no one's going to get the money that they deserve, and no one's even going to know about what's happening, so...
Up to this point, this has all been speculation on curious details I have found, but has there been a cold, hard, and confirmed example of Thorn's Tavern breaking copyright and benefiting from it? Yes, multiple times. Part of their marketing process has been accepting art and prompt submissions from their audience to generate miniatures. These miniatures are displayed on their...
Oh no. I don't even think they look that good either, especially the painted ones.
Their Kickstarter, website, and shared as ads on social media. The ads are especially important to note because they not only showcase what the program can do, but convince people to invest in the Kickstarter. Shortly after the Kickstarter went live, a pledge posted in the comments section that they had seen an ad for the Kickstarter which used copyrighted work. Thorn's Tavern confirmed that this was true and that they take the matter very seriously.
We never intended to use any copyrighted material properly. If any image, even one produced by AI by accident, it goes against that standard, then it's a serious mistake on our part, move it right away. It's just, it's just, oh, caught, soz, you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's oops, caught. That's it. Fucking hell.
They claim to have removed the ads and gave a little spiel about how carefully they inspect each submitted image. That's a lie, and I very much doubt that they removed the ads because around this time, I kept getting this one.
That's just fucking carnage. It's just fucking Mary Jane carnage, let's be honest. Just £25. $25 even. That's just, I'm sure I've seen that as a designer as well. I can't remember who. But like, it's just Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I think the cycle ends with artists stop making because they can't compete and then everything is shit. Yeah, the dead internet theory, right? It's just like when AI is just feeding off itself.
Yeah, that's Mary Jane Carnage. It doesn't stop there. In the comments of the very same ad, someone claimed to have seen other Marvel characters advertised by Thorn's Tavern. I'm sure the hardworking people at Marvel Crisis Protocol would love to see this. So
that's not even Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's just like Marvel and Disney in general, you know? Because obviously it's just like, that's just Marvel. That's just eating into Marvel's profits. It's not just Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's Marvel as an IP.
If they do take this review process seriously, how did all of this get through? I can't speak for the other Marvel characters, but even if you weren't involved in the comic book community in any way, you are at least familiar with the characters Spider-Man and Mary Jane. You would think that if this company gave as much of a shit as they claim to and had the barest inkling of copyright infringement, a Google image search before any marketing would be mandatory.
And that's the thing which I've just remembered now. Let's 1 second, chat. That's the thing I've just remembered is that when this video came out, this was a huge issue. But now Disney won't give two shits because they've just paid fucking OpenAI $1 billion so they could use Sora, the ChatGPT video generating software, so they can use that in Disney movies, so they can generate Disney movies with AI. So they've literally paid OpenAI to continue using their work. You know? Where is it? Let me read a God website. Oh, I can't read that one because I have to pay. Disney to invest $1 billion in OpenAI, allow characters in Sora video tool. It's announced $1 billion equity investment in OpenAI, enabling the AI startup Sora video generation tool to use its characters. Users of Sora will be able to generate short user-prompted social videos that draw on more than 200 Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars characters as part of a 3-year license deal between OpenAI and the entertainment giant. The agreement, a landmark deal amid the intense anxiety in Hollywood over the impact of artificial intelligence on the future of entertainment, will not cover talent likenesses or voices. So anything, basically, anything that they own that isn't a person can be used in OpenAI anyway. So, because they were getting sued for it by all these companies such as like Nintendo and Sony and Disney, and now they've gone, fuck it, we could use this actually. We could use this to up the marketing because people could use things like cars, and also we could just use this to make movies. So fuck it, we ball. So it doesn't even matter now. So the reference to fucking Carnage mattered 3 weeks ago, and like, well, Meshi doesn't own Disney, but OpenAI does, you know? It's like, fucking hell.
Especially at the launch of your product. I did do a Google image search, and it appears to be a post by Digital GM created 6 months before the Kickstarter.
It's like their image! Oh man, it's not even their image, dude. Oh mate, hilarious. Even funnier. It's not even their image. They just nicked it off Google.
In addition, I found someone on Colts3D selling an AI-generated model based on this very same image, which was released around the same time Thorns was collecting user submissions for their marketing in late October. Whether this miniature and Thorns are related, I cannot definitively say. In theme of this video, I was ignored when asking. Regardless,
that's so funny. That's so funny. They just fucking nicked a picture and then someone else has used it to make a fucking miniature already. Oh, mate. They stole it from Purple Site! Disney's work is built on folklore, but human elements added into it. The logic to remove humans goes against what they've got them to where they are now. You know what got them to where they are now? Capitalism. That's all they care about, bro. That's all they give two shits about. How much profit can they extract quickly before everything goes tits up? Yeah, they're going to have to sell themselves out to Netflix soon. So, like, we may as well just extract as much money as possible while we can. Yo, Deck, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about AI slot running Warhammer.
of their affiliation, the Colts3D model pointed out something very interesting about Thorn's marketing, though. Unlike any other ad I've seen, this one shows the original image and not a 3D conversion. Is that because the conversion sucks? The original image markets your Kickstarter better? Or did you just mix up your befores and afters internally? Which is it, Thorns? Because it's all suspicious. At best, this Kickstarter is disorganized and doesn't truly understand the system they want to build. At worst, they are aware of how the system can be abused and are choosing to ignore it. If you are a supporter of Thorns Tavern or are thinking about becoming one,
go fuck yourself! That's what I say. Anyway.
I genuinely hope you reconsider.
That's probably a better way to put it. That was probably a better way to put it than what I said, to be honest. I genuinely hope you reconsider.
To sum up all this, you got a Kickstarter. Where they are based, we do not know. They are using software that already exists, have access to a $200,000 printer, have no tangible artist protections in place, and have been caught breaking copyright to make money. And to take that even further, they haven't even delivered on their previous 2 Kickstarters. Knowing all that, they have the gall to ask you for $20,000. That's fucking bananas. Why be a part of that? Why allow yourself to get scammed out of your money like their previous Kickstarter pledges? Look.
That's the thing. If you don't take anything away from this, it's just like, this company's taken 30, 40 grand already and not done anything with it. You know, they're taking 30, 40 grand, probably invested in that printer. The next down payment's coming, the next PayPal paying 3. They need about 20k to pay it off. Excuse me. You did fine. I liked your version.
If you want to casually generate stuff with AI, fine. As long as you're not trying to sell it, to deceive people, or worse, call yourself an AI artist.
Based. That's the thing. Deceiving and selling. That's what fucks me off so much. You know? That's what awful pause moment. It's not fine, but just don't scam and sell things. You know what I mean? Don't be a scammer. Don't try and sell stuff.
Do whatever you want. I can understand the desire to visualize your ideas even when you don't have the skills to do so. That's very human. But something needs to be done about these shady companies trying to profit off of that desire. They are stealing from artists, indirectly and directly, all the while empowering other thieves to steal as well. I genuinely believe that all AI companies like this have something to hide. Behind all of the promises of creative freedom and kind words, someone somewhere who doesn't deserve it is getting fucked. I love miniatures. I love sculpture.
That's the thing. It's just that someone down the line is getting screwed over. It's probably someone you know. You know, it's probably going to end up being someone you know gets screwed over. And that's the thing. It's the individualism chat, which I've already mentioned. It fucks me off. Low's back position, it's like an AdMech extra arm. It's, yeah. The thing is with it is, that's why he's laughing with, like, Warhammer videos. He's like, I hate my layout, but it's kind of like, it's a needs must. You know what I mean? A lot of the time. And then people have, like, fancy layouts, but then they have, like, their mic coming over their arm. There's just, like, no good way to film Warhammer videos except the way Miniac does it, you know what I mean? But then I hate that because I don't have a computer to stream with. There's, like, no good way to film Warhammer videos because most of the time you got a hobby desk that's too short or covered in shit. And then, or you have, like, what I have, which is, like, a nice room, but there's just shit everywhere, and I can't do nice lighting because I can't fucking hang it anywhere or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway.
And I know it's cliche as shit to say, but I will say it with my whole chest. Each mini is somebody's story. It represents their will to create, their discipline, their love for the art form. I feel incredibly lucky when I get to hold a shard of somebody else's creativity in my hands. And when I get to paint it, my creativity blends with theirs, forming a human connection. That's art. That's everything.
That's cute, but the problem is if you're, like, trying to talk to someone, like, who would use AI, it's about cutting corners and saving money. You know, it's about saving money because they want miniatures for a game, or they want to try and make money. So, like, trying to be like, this is connects to the human of it. I get it. I totally get it. But it's just like, you're trying to fight an argument with, like, an argument that I don't think people like that would care about. You know what I mean? Because their argument is, it's cheaper, it's all free, and I can just print them, and then I can play the games, or I can just have the miniatures, or I can scam people on Instagram, or I can sell it on the Purple site and make money. I don't think connecting art to the artist is going to work in this instance. Whilst I appreciate the sentiment, it's just, maybe it's just me being cynical, which is also totally understandable. But like, yeah, it's the they don't care. They just want to save money so they don't have to buy Warhammer, or they want to make money because they want to sell it. You know, cheaper and faster is all they care about. Exactly. Yeah, it's just about saving or making it faster. And because, like, don't get me wrong, when I paint miniatures from like big company Games Workshop, I don't feel a connection to the designer anymore. It's too far gone. I'm too disconnected from it. You know, I paint the miniatures because I think they look cool. But people can't do that, and they don't want to learn, so they want to do it quicker. So they'll get it 3D printed in color. You know. And then it's like, well, the miniatures are really expensive, so I'll just get it designed by AI, which is extremely cheap because it's whatever they're going to charge. And then I can get it printed in colour, then I can play with it, or I can sell it. You know, I could just sell painted miniatures for a markup. So it's one of those, right? They're the two battles you're fighting. And I really appreciate the very nice, heartfelt message, but I don't think that's the right argument we've got right now, you know? So, maybe I'm just being cynical. I do like this video, though.
They're filler, they're slop, meaningless product meant to be sold and forgotten. I'm gonna pass. If you are in the market for a custom miniature, there are already so many awesome sculptors online that need support. The internet is a big place. I'm sure any kind of mini at fair price points can be found, kit bashed, or created using existing services.
Again, it's just about saving money, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, some of these miniatures have popped up over here are quite expensive, actually. You know what I mean? And, yeah, it's just cheaper to do it that way. I'm an artist, 100% the case that artists, regular layman people, do not value what art costs. They don't get what goes into it. Exactly. Regularly underpaid, undercharged, get exploited because layman people don't understand the value what it costs. Yeah, exactly. If people will pay better for their jobs, people will pay for nice things, not skip. Yeah, you know what? I totally agree. It is a bit of an economy problem, but it's also because so many people. You could just literally blame it all on the economy, which sounds daft to say out loud, but you also could, because like so many people are looking for a new gig. You know, so many people are looking for a side project. So many people are looking for ways to get out of their dead-end job. And AI to them is like another way, another helping hand. You know, I can save money by doing this. I can do this and sell something. You know, it's late stage capitalism. Yeah, you know, look at the rising unemployment in the US, but like no one is applying for unemployment. It's because everyone's trying to do a side gig. You know, or like a side full-time gig because that's all they've got because they don't want to apply for unemployment, you know? It's people don't have the spare cash or they want to make a side hustle. And then the side hustle is like, use AI to do this, AI to do that, sell it using AI, sell it on Amazon, etc. It's why AI books are like popping up all over Amazon. It's why AI miniatures are showing up. It's why loads of AI things are showing up. It's because people are trying to just like extract as much money as possible so they don't have to do whatever, you know, they don't have to work, they get out, did a job, etc. So yeah, you can literally say it's because of the economy and you aren't exactly wrong, you know. The tech billionaires are using AI to fucking destroy us, but yeah, I got a crappy 3D printed mini copied off a spacemarine. Yeah, literally.
All of which built by passionate people that want to make a connection with you. So, yeah, that's the rant. This has been horrible for my throat. There are a lot of changes going on in the wargaming hobby, some bad, some really good. I'd like to shine a light on things that I think are important to talk about, especially AI. The technology is just so prevalent everywhere, and it super sucks to see it spread in my professional life, as well as my hobbies. Don't worry, it won't be all doom and gloom like this video. There's some fun things I want to talk about as well. If you'll have me, I'm gonna throw videos like this into the mix every now and then. Until next time, I have a date with my doctor. Happy sculpting, and fuck AI.
Great video. Good video. Good video. I think, like I said, some of the arguments are a bit misplaced, but not exactly completely wrong. You know what I mean? It's just trying to argue connected to an artist or someone who's just trying to save money is the wrong thing to do. And then complain about Kickstarter. Why do you need all this money? Again, 7 or 8 years old. You know what I mean? You heard about the proposed put AI data centers in space. Yeah, in space and in the sea. Both good options, allegedly. So, shout out to Love, Death and Robots. Sorry, Love, Death and Dice. Make sure you go give them a follow if you haven't already. I'll post a link to their channel in the chat now. Good dude. Good dude. Yeah, got a lot of time for him. So, anyway. Well, I thought he'd been treated to a cat. I think he's gone. Never mind, chat. Anyway. Let me off. Come on now. That is what his channel name is based on, you know? AI don't say it's everywhere, but no RAM or GPUs for anyone. Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, just chuck him in the fucking sea. Let's boil this sea. Or put him in space. Fuck it, we ball. Ah. Yeah, it's just so dumb, isn't it? Good God, AI bros are stupid. Space is literally one of the most difficult places to deal with waste heat. The smallest data set will melt itself in seconds. Don't tell her that, Harper. Let them send it up first, you know? We don't need to tell them. Just let them send it up. And then we'll be like, told you so. Told you so. But space is cold. Yeah, true. Space is super cold, so fuck it, we ball. Oh, yeah, it's just fucking annoying seeing how much AI shit there is. Anyway. Elon, go fuck off to Mars and make data centers there. Yeah. Have you seen that fucking Rob, I'm a Prick Bear, has been trying to say Games Workshop are using AI? Because on the Grotmus character, I'm trying to find a picture of it. He's alleging, which is just dumb to be honest. Excuse me. He's alleging that because the Grotmus guy. Oh, where have I gone? Because the Grotmus guy has goggles, but also has a second pair of goggles, he's alleged that this means Games Workshop's using AI. This is AI because the grot in our stupid Warhammer game where grots do dumb shit all the time, because he's got 2 sets of goggles, it's AI. Yeah. Yeah. There's your Spiky Bits update this week. There's your Spiky Bits update this week. Yeah, imagine a goblin in Warhammer 40k doing something dumb like having goggles and then having another set of goggles. Doesn't the model have 2 sets of goggles? Probably. Ew. Excuse me. BRB. That was gross. Sorry about that. Bro so bad I got my fruit cave. Yeah, literally. Let's have a look at the latest Red Gobbo. Oh, fucking hell. Stop doxing me, bro. Yo, he doesn't have 2 sets of goggles. It's because it's AI. This is AI, clearly. Or maybe it's because he's got these ones on. Did you consider? 1 second. Games Workshop. Oh, AI. I'll look at it. I'll look at it, chat. Don't worry. Games Workshop. Ultraman fans are calling out what looks to be Games Workshop using AI. No one has said this other than you, Rob fucking Dickhead Bear. Rob Bear with the latest. It's because, look, in all previous Red Goblin images art, he wears a single pairs of goggles. The new promo art has 2. Oh, look, a single pair of goggles. This is what he should look like, because Mr. Bear has used AI to remove the extra pair of goggles. Look, he's not supposed to have 2 pairs of goggles. Games that should clearly using AI, so I've used AI to remove the extra pair of goggles. It's just so dumb. What are you talking about? He said that because Games Workshop are using M dashes as well, that they're using AI. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Clear the AI, guys. Clear the AI. Idiot. Actual idiot. The quicker he loses his keyboard, the better. That's all I'll say. You know? In so many words, the quicker Spiky Bits loses his keyboard, the better. Editors love M dashes, yeah, literally. How's his site still running? Because he makes about £4 every time someone clicks on it because there's 3,000 adverts. But it's just people, new people. That's all it is. The bigger Warhammer grows, the more money people like Rob Bear are going to make. Because, like, there's just new people who just don't know who he is. Anyone in the community knows it's just trash. It's stolen content. It's AI generated, whatever. Anyway. I think that's about it for Slop. I think that's it for AI Slop today. Stop promoting Warhammer so Spiky Bits goes out of business. I would never condone that. I would never condone that because that's the one thing you get sued for in the US. That's it for the old AI Slop talk today, chat, I'm afraid. So I'm going to be back on Wednesday, my dudes. That's what we're going to do on Wednesday. We're going to talk about more AI Slop, probably, because it's just unescapable. It's just inescapable. But it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've had a great time. I'm kind of depressed after this stream, Mikey. Next stream, good news. The FNAF movie's cool. Do you want to hear some good... I went to see FNAF 2. Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie 2. It wasn't that great. It was fine, though. It was fine. It was fun if you liked the FNAF lore. It was a fun little spook. A bit of a... You know? A bit of one of them. It was alright. Does it expand on the deep lore? It does. It does. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. But it made me... It was like that when stuff happened. And then I was like... Sometimes, you know, when there's a little reference. And then I was like, oh. I was a bit like that. It was good. Is it as exciting as watching an 8-hour video on the entire franchise? Well, me and Georgie have watched every single game theory video on FNAF. Up until Matt Pat left. But we have watched every single one. So I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. But I've watched every single video. I know all the lore. So when there was little references, I was like this in the cinema. I was like popcorn bucket in the air. Like that. Because obviously, because I was watching FNAF, I was playing on my phone the entire time because I couldn't pay attention. What else is good news? What else is good news? The Japan video's going on well. It's going to be exciting. I got these. That was good news. Already talked about those. I'm struggling, bro, because the world's fucking depressing. I'm struggling. The world is fucking depressing. What else we got? What else is good news? Big C got a graded 10 card they submitted. That's not my news, that's his, but it's good. It is good. Where's the night video? It's on its way. Promise. Promise the night video is on its way. Next game stream, as in Battle Report, I'm hoping Friday, but I don't want to promise anything. You know? If I promise, then I'll let you down. If I announce on Wednesday, great time. You know? But it's good fun. I enjoy playing games. I ain't playing on stream in ages, so stream ends when I complete Dawn of War 4. I mean, that's a given, right? That's a given. But I don't know when it's coming out. Do we have a date out? Just 2026? Yeah, there's no exact date. 2026. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. Well, for good news for me, going to be hopefully be able to learn the new Votan next year. Spent most of this year trying to learn the old Votan. Well, they did change quite significantly. But they're fun now. They're good. Now, you can't even pre-order it yet, can you? That means the game's getting delayed till 2027. You know? That means it's getting delayed till 2027, let's be honest. The most interesting thing for Warhammer this week was the Total War announcement, I think. $1.2 million views. That's probably one of Warhammer's most viewed videos, right? I mean, it's right up there. It came out 3 days ago. It's right up there, and it came out 3 days ago. That went up fast. 1.2 million is crazy. But also, this 3-day-old short got 1.3 million views, and it's just a re-upload of the secret level video. So is this AI generated? Emperor's Archive. The profile picture is definitely AI generated.
Why Grey Knights had to destroy the Father of Titans. The Grey Knights unearthed a relic unlike any other on the Lost Forge world.
Oh, wonderful.
Why did the
wonderful. Speaking of AI, this video is all AI. The voice is AI, and it's got thousands of views. It's got 36,000 views. It's uploaded earlier. This one has nearly 1 million views.
How does a dreadnought reload when its guns run dry?
Stolen content and AI voiceover. Wonderful. Wonderful. Bro doesn't protect for glory. He protects because someone was. Isn't this stolen footage from the female custodian animation? Would anyone who's seen this animation like to tell me that if that stolen footage is the female custody? God. God. We've literally fucked it, haven't we, chat? It's all just AI slop. Not all of it. Anyway, that's been your news this week. That's been your news this week, chat. I think that was from the Custodian's animation where she was a whammon. You know? The Total War announcement is interesting. Just see how they do it. Do we know if it's going to use a new engine or RCA developing or are they using the old one? I think it's using the new one. I think there's a lot of talk of like a new engine that they're using. Surely it has to, because there's so much more involved with it. I imagine they're taking a lot of like copy pasting from their old engine, but like I'm sure it's a new engine because there's like a lot more involved because it's got like guns and streets and stuff. Because a lot of Total War is fighting in fields, right? Which is fine. Thanks, Maggie. Uplifting. I didn't realise my only purpose was to uplift you. Maybe someone needs to uplift me and I'll be able to find more interesting news. Thanks for that, Mike. You're going to cry in a corner and cheer myself up. Oh, bro. You clicked on the stream. They're painting Warhammer with AI. What did you expect? I mean, to tell you they painted Warhammer with AI and then their house was bombed? You know? And then police snipers? And then open AI was like blown up from the inside. Is that what you want me to say? I can't lie. Meeching into my favorite feel-good streamer. It'll be sad, but I'll try to make you laugh while it's happening. So at least like you got something to like happen. You know what I mean? You know, I'll try and tell you a story and make you laugh at the same time. Did everyone see the Stranger Things trailer? Stranger Things Volume 2? Can we talk about Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1 yet, or is it still too soon? Because the first line in the Volume 2 trailer... I'm trying to stall just in case someone goes, I ain't seen Volume 1. And then I'm just going to end the stream. The first line in the Volume 2 trailer is... everything we knew about the Upside Down is wrong. And I was just like, that's the easiest way to do a fucking retcon. Make it all dramatic and be like, nothing we know about the Upside Down is right because we've changed our mind in Season 5 because it doesn't fit the narrative anymore. Literally that. I still maintain they should change cast at Season 2. They probably should have took 10 years to sort it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They should have ended it after Season 1. They did end it after Season 1. But what happened was money. They wanted more money. More and more money. That's all they wanted. Oh, look, an AI trailer for Avengers Doomsday just dropped. Chat, the real trailer just dropped. Oh, my screen's died. What's happened? There we go. That's so real. It's so real, guys. Look. AI is literally killing the planet, but at least we get fake Avengers Doomsday trailers. God, fucking shoot me. Right, I'm going to go ahead this stream there because I feel like I'm just depressing everyone, but I'm sorry, I didn't make this happen. It's just happened. It's just happened, chat, okay? Grog, is this real? Right, thanks so much for watching. Thanks, we appreciate you. I'll be back on Wednesday. Hopefully you'll make it to Wednesday, because I'll try. I'll try and make it to Wednesday too. You know, I know it's hard, but here we are. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you Wednesday. Anyway, is this stream real? Grok, is this stream real? Is this ending real, Grok? Is this how you say goodbye, Grok? I've been thinking of you in AI slot where we're all drafted. Thank you for the stream. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking out. Thanks for the support. And I'll catch you Wednesday, my gamers. Japan video coming hopefully tomorrow.